Hello, Alden Aldenay here with the amazing Dennis Hall coming to you from Brisbane. We have just had a fantastic BX meeting this morning with Dennis, and Dennis is actually the author of a phenomenal book as well. Would you like to show that book there? There we go. If 70 is the new 50, when do I get to retire? What a cool title that is. I love it. And we've just done an amazing media strategy session together, and now we're doing the Global Good News Challenge. And this is all about sharing more truth and good news in the world, helping to lift the energy on the planet so that not only you feel amazing, but those who see your challenge videos also feel amazing. Now, how are you feeling today, Dennis?
I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling really, really good. Excellent, in fact.
Excellent. I love it. And I love hearing about your story today. You've got quite an extraordinary story. And to be able to travel as you have and work away and live the dream lifestyle, retirement, is something that a lot of people get trapped in retirement. And as you said today, statistics are that within 2-3 years, a lot of people die after retirement because they've just lost their mojo. Right?
Most definitely. Yeah, a lot of people think that retirement is going to be the answer to all of their dreams. And instead of being a dream, it turns into a nightmare. But if they read my book, they can avoid all of that.
Yes, there you go. So if you want to know how you can live your dreams into retirement and have it be some of the best years of your life, rather than be bored watching TV or being on the pension, which is not sustaining at all, then to be empowered financially and be able to help your family, etc. It's important to know what Dennis has to teach. So the Global Good News Challenge today, Dennis, this is all about sharing good news, as we said. So the format is very simple. We have a 9-day challenge for September, 9-day challenge, and all it is just do a live video sharing your name, what you do, 3 things you're grateful for, and a piece of good news. That's the format. And with September being the 9th month, we have a 9-day challenge, starts on the first Monday of every month, and you can start your 9-day challenge anytime within the period of the challenge. So from the first Monday of the month up until September 13th, so you've got another 4 days to start your challenge. You can do 9 consecutive days of the challenge, and as a live video like we're doing now on Facebook. You can do it on LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram if you prefer. Most people do it on Facebook. And as long as you hashtag Global Good News Challenge, we will then share it out to thousands of people as well on our social media. And it's all about helping to decrease depression and suicide rates. So that is the format: your name, what you do, 3 things you're grateful for, and your good news. Do you want to go first, Dennis, today?
Why not?
Okay,
Why
good
not?
on you. All right, over to you, Dennis.
My name is Dennis Hall. I'm an author and a presenter. And what I do is help people attain freedom so that they can live their dream lifestyle. 3 things that I'm grateful for. First of all, I'm grateful for my family, who are tremendously supportive and all enjoying their own life journeys. I'm grateful for having good health, because health is something that we, I think, take for granted, but you don't have much of a life if you've not got good health, so very grateful for that. And I'm grateful to my friends, people who support me through thick and thin, who accept me for who I am and help me to be the best person that I can be. In terms of good news, I have 2 pieces of really good news. One is that I have recently accepted the offer from the BX Business Networking community to become the North Brisbane coordinator for their networking groups, which is something I'm particularly excited about. And the second piece of good news is the great session that I've just had with none other than Alden sitting next to me here, who has helped me to understand how I can deliver my message to a wider community, which is really exciting for me because I'm all about trying to help people, and the more people that I can help, the happier I am. So, Alden, thank you so much for what you've shared with me this morning, because it really has added another dimension to what I think I'll be able to achieve over the next couple of years.
So exciting. Thank you, Dennis. Well done. And for those who don't know much about what you do, you work with clients in several different ways. And some people may want to get a copy of your book too. So
Sure.
How can they go about that?
Look, the best way to do that is to reach out to me through my website, which is just dennishall.com.au. And you can connect with me there. You can find out a little bit more about me, as well as what my book is about and how it may hopefully be able to help you as well.
Fantastic. And for those who want to get some coaching with you or to do work more closely, how can they do that?
Just drop me a line. Hit the contact button on the website. Drop me a line, send me an email, and give me your best contact points. We can have a little chat, which I'm happy to have with people either on the phone or via a Zoom link that I can create for you. There is no obligation or cost to do that. And then from there, hopefully, I can point you in directions that will help you lead a more fulfilled life.
Amazing. And that's the website there, dennishall.com.au. Reach out to Dennis if you'd like to find out how you can take your life to the next level, particularly for coming into retirement. And just talk a little bit about, why you decided to do this book. What were you seeing out there and what are you aiming to shift?
Look, I have, through my corporate career as a facilitator and executive coach, I have dealt with far too many people who are in a job or in a business that they don't feel fulfilled in, that they feel trapped in. So my book is all about how do you free yourself from your current environment to build the sort of life where you enjoy what you're doing rather than feeling that you have to do what you do and dragging yourself out of bed every morning. There is nothing worse. And in fact, my own lifestyle is such that, 7 years ago, I was able to pack up the corporate life that I led, which I enjoyed, but geez, there was a lot of pressure, and managed to spend 3 years traveling around Europe with my wife, while still at the same time undertaking some work. So I was able to work, live, and travel over that 3.5 year period, and still do a lot of that to this day.
Amazing. Love it. Love it. Love it. And, that is something a lot of people aspire to and just don't know how to go about it, right?
That's right. It's one thing to have a dream. It's another thing to have a plan to be able to turn the dream into reality. And really, that's what I share with people in the book, the process for being able to do exactly that.
Yeah, so important. So important. What are your goals for retirement? What do you plan to do? A lot of people say, well, when I retire, I'll then do this, and they have no idea on how to go about it or who to go to for support. So you are actually living proof that it is possible to have an amazing life in retirement. And, it's interesting. I heard recently a third of people die by the age of 65, Dennis. 1/3 of the population. And that comes around pretty damn quick, right?
It does.
And that stat about, within 2 or 3 years, people die after retiring.
And I think one of the major reasons around that is that they lose direction. They've always had a path, a direction, a goal that they're striving for. And they hit retirement. They discover within a couple of years that retirement isn't what they thought it was going to be, and they feel lost as a result. And they lose their sense of purpose, their sense of identity. But it doesn't have to be that way. There are all sorts of ways that you can protect yourself against that happening. And one of the biggest first steps people need to take is to actually understand what retirement looks like in the 21st century, because it looks very, very different to what it looked like in the 20th century. And it's like, if you're driving your car and you were using a map to get from point A to point B, you've got to make sure that you're using the right map. Because if you've got a map of Queensland and you're driving around New South Wales, trying to use that map, you're not really going to get very far. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of people experience when they retire, because their map of retirement isn't really what retirement looks like these days. So hopefully through my book and through the courses that I have online, people can learn what retirement does look like in the 21st century, but more importantly, what it can mean for them.
Yeah, I love that. And what are some of your goals watching this right now? Let us know in the comments, or something you're grateful for today. Love to hear from you and where you're joining us from. Please pop in the comments wherever you're watching this, Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube. Pop into the comments. Where are you from? What are you grateful for? And what's some of your goals, or maybe one of your goals that you'd like to achieve in your very precious lifetime? And, you know, it does fly by. My goodness, every day is so precious. So it's absolutely been brilliant to work with you today, Dennis, and to really deep dive into your life and your business and your media goals. It's been so cool. And I do believe there's another BX opening up here, isn't there, in Redcliffe? Is that correct?
There is, yeah. 21st of September, we've got a BX group opening at Redcliffe, and it's an opportunity for business people in the area to grow their networks exponentially, which is what BX is all about. How do you grow your business network so that you're in a position to help others, but also so that others are in a position to help you? And it's one of the tenets of the BX community that I really was drawn to, and why I enjoy being a part of the leadership team, is that we do seriously want to help businesses grow. And by helping other businesses grow, we end up growing ourselves.
It's fantastic to see the collaborations happening at BX. And like anything, you know, consistency is important. And in BX, there's so much support that happens in the network. And, you know, even if sometimes it's a small group of people, you just never know who people know at these meetings. And for anyone who wants to come to Redcliffe, they can actually have a free breakfast, 8 till 10 a.m. it is.
Yep.
And where's it going to be at
at Redcliffe? The BX breakfast will be at the Moncomo Hotel, which is on the top end of Anzac Avenue, overlooking the beautiful Moreton Bay. Great venue, and it will be a great bunch of people. The team leader there, Jody Visser, is a really positive and supportive, successful business person operating in the legal community. And she is an absolute dynamo, and the group there is going to benefit enormously from her leadership.
I love Redcliffe, such a beautiful part of the world. So if you haven't been there, here's a great opportunity. Come and join us for a fantastic business networking breakfast coming up September 21 at Moncomo, 8 till 10 a.m. So reach out if you want a guest link for that, and we'll share that with you. Now for my Global Good News Challenge for today. So my name's Aldwyn Alternay, also known as the Media Queen. What I do is I help take people from being the world's best kept secret to being a star through free publicity, by helping you feature on TV, radio, print, and in online media, and helping to share more positive news to help reduce depression and suicide rates. All negatives can be turned into a positive, my friends, and that's what we do. We look at how we can turn the negatives happening in the world into positives. 3 things I'm grateful for today is I'm grateful for you, Dennis. It's been so fantastic catching up today. You're amazing. I get so inspired by my clients and by people around me. And you know, we met through BX, and then we're in Sydney recently at a conference, and, you know, consistently working on being the best that we can.
Yes.
And hanging out in an environment of like-minded, positive people who are up to big things in life so inspires me. So grateful for you. Grateful for BX as well, for BX Networking, for Matt and Loz, and for all the leaders out there. I'm one of the leaders on the BX 1 p.m. Wednesday online events. I'm the MEO, or Member Engagement Officer, for that event. So if you want to come to an online meeting as well, let us know for BX. I'm grateful for my beautiful family as well. I have some extraordinary family from all over the world. My parents are just up here at Bribie Island, and I have family in Sydney, in Central Coast. My brother's in Central Coast, and I have a family overseas in Turkey, in Ukraine, Greece, and in Norway as well, and America. Actually, America as well, all 4 parts of America. So grateful for all my family all over the world. And, you know, that's really helped shape a lot of who I am. It was my upbringing and having some phenomenal ancestry, some phenomenal people in my bloodline. So grateful for that. Grateful for all of my mentors. I could just keep going. Grateful for my mentors. Grateful the sun is out right now. What a beautiful day. It was raining earlier today. Now the sun is out. It's glorious, and so blessed for a full, healthy body as well, something we often don't pay attention to. Did you know that your heart beats for you 100,000 times a day? 100,000 times a day. We often don't think about that. We're grateful for my heart for beating 100,000 times a day. We are extraordinary. In fact, you are extraordinary just by being born. You've beaten about 1 billion swimmers to get to the finish line just by being born. You're 1 in a billion, and there's a reason you are here on the planet. And my good news is today is that everyone who completes our Global Good News Challenge, the 9-day challenge, you will actually get a free ticket to my free Publicity Secrets Masterclass coming up on September 15. It's from 9 to 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time online from anywhere in the world. You can hop on. freeprSecrets.com is the direct website to find out more about that. It's worth $197. Yours free just by completing the challenge. And I'll just pop my link tree in here for you. Linktree's got all my links, or you might like to go directly to the Global Good News Challenge Facebook page, and on there, pinned to the top of the page, is all the details on how to participate in the Global Good News Challenge. Just remember to hashtag Global Good News Challenge when you do it, so we can find your challenge and we can share it into our Loving Life group. We've got over 2,000 people in there. We share it on the Global Good News Challenge Facebook page as well, if you do it on Facebook. And we'll add you to a Global Good News Challenge private group as well, so you can hang out with other Good News Crusaders as well. So there's the link tree, linktr.ee/Aldwin, or directly here to the Global Good News Challenge Facebook page. Pinned to the top is all the details. And we've got Philip with us. Hello, Philip. I retired in 2019, couldn't stand it, back to it and loving it more. Growing real estate agents make 20% more. Loving it more. So you're helping real estate agents make 20% more. Is that correct, Philip, from what I'm seeing there? So, yes, looks like you are. Fantastic. Philip, that is amazing.
That's awesome.
Well done. Well done, Philip. You're a great example of someone who retired, couldn't stand it, went back to work, back to your passion. I imagine that you love what you do, helping real estate agents make 20% more. That is awesome, Philip. Well done. And you'd have a wealth of wisdom, I'm sure, to share as well.
It's interesting, actually, Aldwin, and Philip's comment about he retired then came back. My wife often asks me, when am I going to retire? And after writing a book like It's 70's the New 50, when do I get to retire? It seems contradictory that I'm still working. But, the thing is, I don't consider what I do to be work, because I've chosen what I'm doing, which is helping other people realize their dreams. And I love doing that. So I keep saying to my wife, look, I'm already retired. I do what I want, when I want, and I'm helping people along the way. Why would I ever want to stop doing that? If you do what you love and you can get paid for it, you never end up working a day in your life. Yes. And that truly is the case.
Yeah, I love that. That is so cool. And part of what we're doing here for September too is I'm sharing with you each day, we're sharing some habits of highly successful people. And I'm referring to here some great research done by a guy called Tom Corley, who wrote the book Change Your Habits, Change Your Life. And he's an accountant, financial planner. He surveyed 233 self-made millionaires and compared their responses to 128 people who were earning less than $35,000 in annual gross income. And he came up with 9 habits of highly successful people. Now, the last few days I've shared with you, the first one is that they get up early. The second one is they read a lot. The third one is they spend 15 to 30 minutes each day on focused thinking. The fourth one, yesterday we shared they make exercise a priority. And the fifth one today, we're sharing they spend time with people who inspire them. We were just talking about that today. Your environment, who you hang out with is crucial.
Definitely.
Do you wake up whinging in the morning or do you wake up grateful? And how about the people around you? How are your family behaving? How is your significant other, if you have one, how are they behaving? Are they waking up whinging or, waking up grateful? And just notice. And sometimes these people can be very close to us that sort of live in drama and love living in drama and know their lives that way. And so if that is someone in your life, just notice, you might be time to send them off with love, right? Or it might be time to spend a little bit less time with those people, right?
Yeah,
and actually
definitely.
to look at who you want to hang out with. And so Corley says you're only as successful as those you frequently associate with. If you don't have highly motivated people in your personal network yet, he says, don't fear, because self-made millionaires volunteer as a great way to meet other positive, motivated individuals. And this is where crewing at events is fantastic, with inspiring people that you admire. You can also join groups of people who share the same career or personal interests. And there's Meetup, of course. A lot of people are not utilising Meetup as well as it could be. There's a lot of different interest groups on Meetup, which you can connect with people physically or online. And then developing those relationships by keeping in touch. And Corley says, be choosy about who you spend your time with. Successful people make a point to limit their exposure to toxic, negative people. Have you had a few toxic, negative people in the
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I read a very good book some years ago called Emotional Vampires. And I could identify quite a few people that were described in that book.
Yes, emotional vampires. Yeah, you're either feeling better after chatting with someone or you're feeling drained. So just notice, are you expanded or are you contracted? And particularly now when there's been so much negative news, particularly the last few years, as Gandhi says, be the change you wish to see in the world. Be the change you wish to see in the world. So if you're sick of all the negative news out there, here's your way of sharing more positive news, doing things you love. I love what Bob Proctor said. Now, on the point of retirement, Bob Proctor, a legend from America who just recently passed away at 87. 87, he worked right up until his death, and he has a video on YouTube where people actually ask him, how do you find your purpose? And he said, how you find your purpose is, he said, you do what you love every single day. Do as much as you can of what you love. That was his advice as a 80 plus year old guy who loved what he did, worked right up until his death, and inspired so many people around the world. That's a great example there of someone who lived their love through retirement years.
Yep.
And made such a huge impact on the world.
And speaking of impact on the world, I mean, we have a shining example here today. In Australia, we woke up this morning to the news that Queen Elizabeth II had passed away at 96 years old, and yet on Tuesday of this week, she was swearing in the new British Prime Minister. So there is a person who has devoted her life to her role, her passion, and has contributed so much over the last 70 years as the Queen of England and the head of the Commonwealth of Nations.
Yes.
Inspiring stuff.
Amazing. So Queen Elizabeth, wherever you are, we take our hat off to you and thank you for your contribution to the world. And I mean, of course, she was born into royalty, and she, took on the role and did what needed to be done, and what an inspiring story of how she impacted the world. And I know a lot of people today are in mourning, and as they say in the media this morning, have a heavy heart over the passing of Queen Elizabeth. She's been such a big part of everyone's lives, whether you're into the monarchy or not into the monarchy. This is something that's been around for decades, for millions of years. We've had hundreds of thousands. I don't know the stats, but a long time we've had kings and queens, and
Yes.
We've had different monarchs, and it's been an amazing journey. 70 years in that role, that is huge. I was just thinking about that. So many people don't even make it to 70, right?
Yes, exactly.
Third died by 65, and here she's 70 years in that role. Phenomenal. So yes, and that's the thing. None of us are going to get out alive, right, Dennis? None of us are getting out alive.
Exactly.
So what do you want your legacy to look like? How do you want to be remembered, Dennis? This is a great question to ask.
I want to be remembered as somebody that was always prepared to help those that are looking for support to improve their lives. At the end of the day, unfortunately, you can't help people that don't want to be helped. But for those people that have got their hand up and they're waving and they're saying, help me, I want to be remembered as somebody that was there for them when they needed it.
Fantastic, Dennis. And you do inspire so many people. You've always got such a beautiful nature about you, and did a great job leading BX here today and at Woolloongabba the other day as well. So love your work, and this life of leisure that you lead now is fantastic. Yeah. You are a shining example of someone having an amazing life in retirement years and making such a big difference. So reach out to Dennis if you do want to get a copy of his book. I'll just hold that up again. Here it is. It's 70 is the new 50. When do I get to retire? And I love this little subtitle here. Why everything you thought you knew about retirement is a lie, and what you can do about it. That is fantastic. There it is there. And just connect with Dennis on his website here, deniscall.com.au. Is there anything else you want to say today, Dennis?
No, look, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to talk to your crowd, Aldwyn, and especially grateful for the opportunity of spending some one-on-one time with you today because, as I say, that's been very inspirational and motivating for me because sometimes as an author, you feel that perhaps your message isn't worthy of the audience that you're trying to help, but I'm rejuvenated, re-energized and inspired to continue on this journey, and thank you for that.
Yay, that is awesome. And that just fills my heart up. That is so great to hear, Dennis. And the thing is, if you know 10% more than someone else, you can teach it. You can go out there, you can share your story and your opinion about what is happening in whatever industry you're in, whether it be retirement or health or whatever it is. You can share your message. And if you're not sharing your message out there in the media, somebody else will be. Okay, and no one else has your story. So your X factor also is your story. So massive opportunity, literally millions of media outlets out there and journalists waiting right now looking for stories. So massive opportunity, and it's all about taking action, right? Taking action, getting the right advice too, so that what we've done today, we've been building the foundation of your marketing, and spending the time on the foundation of what you're doing is crucial before you go out and spray and pray with your marketing, as a lot of people do. It's like building a house. If you don't put the time into building a strong foundation for your house, then the house will crumble. And so putting that time into the planning, and also with what you do, helping people plan for retirement, for having the life of their dreams. It doesn't just happen like that, right? It takes some effort and some planning and getting the right advice and inspiration from someone who's doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
So well done, Dennis. And come and join us at BX if you'd like to as well, coming up soon. Join in the Global Good News Challenge and feel the difference when you get into gratitude. How's it feel today, getting into gratitude today, Dennis? How do you feel?
Awesome. Yeah. It's a very interesting reflection opportunity to ask yourself, what am I grateful for? And to be honest, for the first 3 or 4 minutes of thinking that, I struggled. What am I grateful for? Because life just takes over from everything, doesn't it?
Yes.
But having that opportunity to reflect and just ask yourself that question, in no time at all of a sudden you've got all these things that start flooding into your head, and you realize, hey, I've got a lot to be grateful for. So thank you for that.
Yes, brilliant. And when you write down what you're grateful for or think about it is one thing. When you actually speak it out on a video like this just takes it next level as well. So I challenge you, my friends, to participate in the Global Good News Challenge. Come and join us, help to lift the energy on the planet out there. We just had Are You OK Day yesterday, and I know there are a lot of people struggling with mental health issues right now. So this is your way that you can actually make a difference. You never know who might need to hear your good news today and your gratitude. Thank you so much for joining us here today. As Gandhi says, once again, reminding you that Gandhi says, be the change you wish to see in the world. And as I say, shine bright and light up all those around you. Thank you so much for joining us. If you've liked what you've seen here today, please share the love. Let us know what you're grateful for in the comments. And we look forward to seeing your Global Good News challenges soon. To lift the energy on the planet, help decrease depression and suicide rate, and make the most of your precious life. Any final words again there, Dennis?
Well, for me, it's really about you can live the life of your dreams if you decide that that's what you want. All I do in that space is help you on your journey. So there's no magic.
Yes.
There's no magic formula here. There's no silver bullet. There's no magic pill. It just comes down to a preparedness of wanting to be the change that you want to see in the world, as Aldwyn said. So
Yay.
Do
Awesome.
that, please.
Yeah, and how your life goes is up to you. It's a choice. It's a moment-by-moment choice. So here's to you making great choices for your life to really make the most of this day, moment by moment, and just notice how you will feel when you do that, and how your family and your friends will feel as well when you lift your own energy up as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Dennis. It's been a pleasure to share this with you today. Thank you, Philip, for joining us, and everyone else who's joining us watching live or the replay. Thank you so much. Subscribe to Media Queen TV if you haven't already. There's over 800 videos there and some amazing inspirational content. Look forward to connecting again tomorrow for day 6 of 9 of the Global Good News Challenge. Have a beautiful day. or night, wherever you are in the world. We'll see you again then. Bye for now.